There's a lot of really, really strong tier 9s in Blitz, and a lot of people always say they're the Kampfpanzer 70, Object 752, the Waffenträger Ritter, the Jagdtiger. You know, overpowered tanks immediately come to people's minds. Well, today we're playing in a tank that always comes to my mind, and that is the Type 68, a tier 9 Japanese tech tree heavy. This vehicle is a beast in many ways, and I'm going to be breaking into all of them for today's video. Starting off, this tank has crazy good damage per minute at 2,500 when running calibrated shells. That actually makes this in the top 10 highest DPM heavies in tier 9. It has almost the same damage per minute as the M103, and it's really only beaten out by super high DPM heavies like the Conqueror, for example. Even the FE201 Chieftain still has about the exact same DPM at 2525. Like, the Type 68 is no slouch in that department. It also has some of the highest heat pen in the tier at 384 millimeters of gold, so you're never going to struggle penning. It has good alpha damage at 420 and 9 degrees of gun depression due to the combat stabilization, or not combat stabilization, improved vertical stabilizers that you can run on the tank. So it has gun depression, it has great DPM, stupid good pen, and its aiming time and overall accuracy are fine as well. The vehicle itself goes at top speed of 37, and while it doesn't have the best power to weight ratio, it's not really much of an issue at all. And then we talk about the armor. Now, you'd probably think a vehicle that has really good DPM, a really good overall, gun depression and crazy pen values probably doesn't have very good armor, but you'd actually be quite wrong. We can see the Type 68 right here, and this is 270 millimeters of AP pen aiming in on the vehicle. As we can see, the upper plate is about 260 on the flats parts here, and then it goes upwards of an auto ricochet. If you're using the gun depression the vehicle has, the entire upper plate's a bounce. Even loading 380 millimeters of gold pen, it's over 460. The turret cheeks are also very good. They're about 302 base, which means you're going to need over 300 millimeters of gold to get through the turret cheeks. Again, pretty dang impressive. It has no real hatch weak spot, especially when using gun depression, as we can see. The side armor is also very troll because it's all angled, and it's got really good side scraping capabilities, as you'll also notice. So no, the tank doesn't have bad armor at all. The upper plate is very strong. The lower plate has some really, really goofy angles too, as you can see. The turret armor is really strong. Everything about this tank is strong. And when you pair that with the fact that it has DPM, I mean, this is a beast. It is an absolute beast. And it's why I always recommend for people to grind the Type 71, Type 68, and Shisei. They're all fantastic tanks, and it's one of the best lines in the game to get your hands on. Got to turn on my game audio a little bit. Either way, let's start by chilling in this bush right here. You can see that accuracy, by the way. This tank is fairly accurate. Its aiming time is not bad, and yeah, I mean, it's pretty good. It's just funny that this vehicle has more damage per minute than the Type 71, even though it's literally a tier lower. That was just an unlucky shot, I guess. Either way, we got the Action 10 spotted. I know that they have a Jagdtiger, but I don't really care. We're going to move up at this point. We have the Emil, which we are going to aim in on. There you go. Nice 370. Let's angle the vehicle a bit. Nice. Get a bounce from you as well. We can push past the WZ-111. That player is not really a threat to me. And then this is why we have that gun depression, right? With the 9 degrees of gun depression, I can actually work this ridgeline pretty well. I just have to get... Oh, we got the Emil backing up. There you go. It's a low roll, but we still got the pen out. I just need to get the proper angle here. This part's really steep, and if we move a little bit over this way, as you'll notice, it's a lot less steep. So there you go. Nice 426 into the WZ. 5 more seconds, we'll have another shell back. This is where that amazing good DPM just kind of rips out. We got the WZ again. There you go. Another nice 430 roll. And we're up to 2,000 damage already. I mean, we've just been bullying the enemy at this point. Let's be real, guys. TVP doesn't have gun depression. 480 damage. Get another bounce from the Action 10. Looks like that WZ is trying to flank or something. I'm not sure. And to be honest, I don't really care. We have the TVP still right here, which another easy shell into. I don't care if the Action 10 shoots me for 190 damage. It really doesn't matter too much. We only have to wait a little bit longer, and now we can move up and start shooting the Action, who thinks that he's a lot stronger than he is. We've already gotten one shell right into his vehicle. Now, we are going to back up, because we have a WZ-111 on my side. Oh, and we also got the Emil right over here. Let's aim it on his lower plate. Boom. Easy shot, taking that player out. We got the VK who is supporting me, so we don't need to deal with that. We're almost up to 4,000 damage already. So let's move over here, and there goes the Action 10 poking. trading 220 for 400. Not a great trade if you ask me, but I don't know. He's done it twice now, and I'm sure he'll do it again. Let's move up. Oh, there you go. There he goes again. I'm not sure what the incentive is from this player to keep trying to trade with me. It's not going to work out well, but oh well. We have great DPM, as I said, so we already get the clearing shot into that player. And they're out of the game. At this point, we've dealt over 4,000 damage. We have the Yag Tiger spotted. We're up to 4,800. Let's try and get this Emil 2 taken out of the game. Boom. Easy clearing shot. That leaves us with 2 tanks left. We have the Yag Tiger all the way over here, which is obviously a big threat, so we're going to try and take that Yag Tiger out first. Let's move all the way over here, aiming. Boom. Unfortunately, our shell didn't go exactly where I wanted it to, but we did get a tracking shot, which gave us some assistance damage. Our T-34 is able to take advantage of that. You'll also notice, the tank's not slow at all. We are easily going our speed here that we obviously would want to. Nice clearing shell into the T-54. Now we can move up and see if we can get some damage into this Yag Tiger. Probably won't get too much out because the T-34 is bleeding him pretty well. But even if we get one shot, I'll be happy with that. WZ-112 is rolling off to that player's side. They're backing up. You know what? Actually, we might be able to get one pen into this Yag Tiger. Here we go. Move up a little bit. Oh, come on. No! Stop bleeding him out. We're almost there. We're almost there. I think we'll get one pen into him. Here we go. And boom. Nice. Not bad at all. I like how that Yag Tiger was firing high explosive the entire battle. But we did 5,700 damage. Easily dominated the heavy flank, and could have done even more if our team hadn't have farmed out that Yag Tiger. We could have easily done close to, honestly, 7,000 damage. We aced the tank. We did 170,000 credits into our account. And legitimately one of the easiest victories ever. Like, it's just such a good showcase of why this thing is so good. Like, I love the Type 68. I really do. And I think a lot of people dismiss this tank because they just don't know much about it, right? But nah, the Type 71 line is just so good. The Tier 10 is amazing. You have the highest premium pen in Tier 10 for a heavy with 362 millimeters of AP penetration. For those of you that don't understand, you know, some of you might be saying, but isn't 380 millimeters of gold heat better than 360 AP? No, because the difference is heat does not have shell normalization, but AP does. So if I make my way over to Armor Inspector here, I can show you what I mean, right? If we have the Type 68, let's get an angle with gold that makes the upper plate just a bounce, okay? So we angle it, angle it, angle it. Okay, so that there is just a bounce, all right? Now, if we pull out the Tier 10 Japanese Type 71 and we load premium ammo, look at it. It's just an instant pen. You'll notice it's not hazy at all. And it's because heat does not cut through the same things as AP does. Now, AP has one disadvantage, and that is it ricochets. You can see once something gets to a 72-degree angle, it will ricochet. But the actual pen is much better on the Type 71 than any other Tier 10 heavy. It's what makes the Ho-Ri so strong as well. So, see what we can do here. We got T-55A and Emil 2 going over there. And I'm going to head right over this way. Full speed ahead. What do they have on their team? They have an ATAC, which is definitely dangerous. They have a BZ-58 Kampfpanzer and a T-77. They also have a Soul Eater, which I consider to be a pretty aggressive tank, too. With the T-77 moving up over here, we might be able to get some damage into that player. I'm just going to back up and wait here. Yep, there you go. We got the Soul Eater. Nice 430 damage shot. And we get 2 heat bounces on our vehicle. As I said, this tank has really good armor, so you can expect to get a lot of bounces when using this vehicle. And we're just going to wait here for now. I have a feeling that BZ-68 might try and cross, and if they do, we'll get a little free chunk of damage into that player. Come on, keep going. Boom, 420. Back up. Already up to 850 damage so far. It's pretty good. Got the Kampfpanzer 70 over here. Let's aim it at the crossing. Boom, 414 into that player. That's now 1,270 damage. And reloading again. Alright, let's see if we can, oh, we didn't actually bait a shell from that player. But it's fine. We're going to aim it on the, I was going to get the KPZ, but we kind of got stuck there. We got shot in the lower plate, which is obviously a weak spot on this vehicle. It's really the only weak spot you'll run into that this tank has. Now let's see if we can get a pen into the BZ-68. The way the corner is designed, there's like little rocks and stuff that may eat your shot, and that is definitely what happened there. It's fine though. We're just gonna aim it on the BZ. There you go. Nice 415 with a slight fire into his vehicle. Let's just move up at this point, to be real. I think that we can get away with it. So we've already done 1600 damage. We're going to move over to the Soul Eater and take this player out of the game first. Let's aim in on their lower angled plate. Then we can back up. Let's reload. Our AMX is in cover, so I don't need to worry about that at all. And there you go. BZ just shot, so we can just aim it on that player's... That made no sense at all. I think what it did was it hit the track instead of the hull, but that was still a little bogus, and you guys can agree. Alright, well, let's move up a bit and aim it on the lower plate. Let our AMX clear that player. There you go. The enemy team only has 3 vehicles left at this point. I mean, you can see the gun's a little derpy every now and then, but it's honestly the same thing that the Type 71 has. For some reason, these guns just kind of like to derp. But because it's still really, really accurate, when you get it fully aimed in, it's really not that big of a deal. So we have the Kampfpanzer 70, who I'd love to be able to get a shot into. I wonder if that player's going to back up, or if they're just going to sit there. Let's see. Perfect. Just like that. Let's load a gold shell right into his turret. You can see that 380 millimeters gold just not ever struggling to cut through the enemy. We have the Conway over here. Let's aim it on the Conway, maybe. He's driving away. Our team only has 3 vehicles, and we have an RU-251. Where even is our RU? Oh, well, maybe I should look in front of me. I mean, I'm not worried about the AT-AC at all. We have 420 alpha, and that player doesn't have 420 health. Not really sure why they made that play, but, well, not my problem. Let's move up on the Conway. Ooh, a shell missed, but that's fine. The AMX is on reload, and we just need to push this player, so that's what we're going to do. Keep on going, and hello, Mr. Conway. There's a 386. I don't even care about getting shot. AMX is going to shoot the Conway. Oh, gets a bounce. Just going to reload, and perfect. AMX gets the clear. As you can see, the Type 68 is kind of everything you'd want. It's almost a super heavy because of the level of armor and frontal protections it has. And then when you pair that with the great DPM, the pretty decent to accuracy and penetration and everything else, I mean, it just dominates. It really does. 3,600 damage, one of the chillest victories ever. I would definitely suggest for anybody that has not gone for the Type 71 yet to go for this line. It's so fun. And I can also run the mobility equipment on it, which allows this tank to be much faster at the downside of less gun depression. Would have been a lot better on the second game there, but obviously the first game where we used our gun depression and worked the ridgeline, well, the gun depression was more important. Personally, I think gun depression is better, just because when you do get onto maps like Dead Rail, Falls Creek, Port Bay, you need that gun depression. But it is entirely dependent on what maps you play on and what mood you're in. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!